Let's get into it, baby. This is Travel Bang. I am Fritz Edelweiss. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Thanks for rocking with me once again. People, I'm not gonna lie. I got Bruce Lee kicked with the Kung Flu. Oh God, 3 days just down for the count. All I could do was lay in bed. I was ignoring messages on the phone. Sorry if I didn't holler back. Drinking lemon tea and mixed with honey. But I finally got the intestinal fortitude, some energy backs to hit you with the secret sauce that you want, that you need, that you crave, okay? So one of the things I want to talk about, what I've been asked about a lot, is how the divorce rate, right? The divorce rates are up to 75% in the US, okay? That's the real percent, not the downplayed percent where they say, oh, it's 60. No. Talking about 75%. That's a reflection, even outside of people who are not married. I'm not married, with regular relationships. They just don't have a longevity factor at all. Usually, I would say at third year, things are burnt to a crisp in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, long-term monogamous relationship. It's usually like fizzles out at 3 years, okay? Marriages fizzle out at 7 years. Worst, 10 years, fizzled out, over, ready for divorce court. How do I can also validate, approve this? Because most married women that jumped into bed with me in the past, they were all on the burnout mode. There was like 7-year itch, or it was 10 years burnout. They were just ready to try something new because they just wanted to feel alive again, okay? So I want to say, in our time where we are, the problem also is we're trying to apply these old school traditional relationship strategies to a new world era. It's a different time now, okay? We live longer. Yes, we live longer because of all the medical advancements, as you know. Some of us don't live that long because if you're feeding your body toxic fast food and junk and not hydrating and, putting in toxins, the world's already polluted. Then of course, some people's longevity in life is not that long. But as a whole, the human race is now living longer. I always joke back about talking about biblical times to people who are really just kind of blind about thousands of years ago. I always say, the average age when people passed away was, you didn't get to 30, you just passed away. You know what I mean? That's why they had so many kids back then. Anyway, just a footnote for history. But if you would just apply this one strategy into your long-term relationship, gentlemen, I tell you, your relationships will last way longer. First of all, we got to find an inner peace, an inner zen, okay, where we don't care about things we don't control. It's out of your hands, okay? So what I've told most of my ex-girlfriends and relationships that lasted a long time was, we're going to apply the don't ask, don't tell policy in a different way. Basically, is a timeline in the relationship goes on year after year, things are going to get played out in the bedroom. It just is. What in the beginning might have been fire, as time goes by, it just sizzles out. It's just familiarity breeds contempt. Familiarity, it gets boring. So I always told my ex-girlfriends when I was with them in a relationship that, hey, my ex-relationship partner, I tell them, hey, if you bump into a guy that you're really, really, really outrageously attracted to, I would tell that my girlfriend at that time, then do it. Do it. Don't put that lust on pause, that lust, that attraction, that want to experience that person erotically, physically, intimately in bed. Don't put that on pause because of me. I just don't want to know about it. Don't make it obvious. Don't turn it into some crazy, weird, bizarre love affair which as time goes on, you find out about it. Don't leave paper trails. No oochie coochie la la la. You know what I mean? Old special ed song. Y'all don't know about that. You know what I mean? You do it, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Get your rocks off, keep it moving. It's if I find out about it and it's mushed in my face and I'm being humiliated publicly, that's when I'm going to get really asinine and really upset about that situation. And strangely enough, when I was in different relationships, the woman would tell me, different women would tell me like, wow, nah, I would never do that, blah, blah, blah. Come on. Why are you saying that? You know what I mean? But strangely enough, when I employed this strategy, this aloof, this detachment of not giving a care of what I could not control, that's not in my hands, you know what I mean? I can't control another human being. You know what I mean? Strangely enough, the relationship was more monogamous then when I put that stipulation in the beginning. Because remember, relationships are like a business deal. You get what you negotiate, okay? You get what you negotiate. Communication, all hands on deck, everything from the beginning communicated so there's no misunderstandings. Your version of love is not the other person's version of love. Your version of relationships probably might not be the other person's version of relationships. And at the same time, you might be better at conducting intimate, long-term relationships than the person you're with. And you can expose them, have them enter into a whole new perception, a whole new paradigm shift. Bah! You know what I'm saying? Where they're like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Your relationship partner, she's like, I thought you could only have a relationship like this. I didn't know you could do that. I'm not advocating poly. People, I'm not advocating poly. I'm not saying, well, you go sleep with whoever you want and they sleep whoever they want and it's just one big bang-a-thon. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that through time of being together for a very long time, it does grind on the person. I hate to bring this up. The reason why it's going to grind is our mortality. We're not going to be alive forever, okay? We're not going to be here forever. You're going to look back one day if you get to the age of 80 and you're going to regret. You're going to look back and say, why wasn't I selfish? Why wasn't I more selfish? Why didn't I do what I wanted to do? Women will look back and say, why didn't I just let that guy do me right there? You know what I'm saying? In the massage booth. A man will look back when he's older and say, why didn't I just take that? I know I was with Samantha, but why didn't I just take that hand job from Julie? Why didn't I just do it? What was my apprehensions? Why did I put my pleasure, my fun on pause? You know what I mean? Life is adventure. It's a journey, not a destination, because we all know what the destination is. So let's enjoy the journey. Let's talk about the love. Well, if you love me, you won't do that. If you love me, you'll do this. If you love me, you'll do that. That mantra within traditional Orthodox relationship, that is crazy. Think about what you're saying. Because the reality is you only feel love because the person, how they make you feel about yourself. I repeat, you feel the love because of how they make you feel about yourself. So as soon as they enact some more selfish, paradigm for themselves, now you become upset. You feel betrayed. How dare you do what you want to do? No, if you love me, you'll do what I tell you to do. Do you understand? Do you understand how twisted and warped we are as human beings to view it as such? No. You can be an individual. She can be an individual. You can do what you want to do. She can do what she want to do. You know what I mean? If it's real love, if you're really meant to be, and it's just like you're on a balanced, you're part of a balanced vortex, as I call it, you know what I mean? An alignment of mind, body, and soul, then you're not working off of that. I own you. You're an inanimate object. What are you doing? Let me see your phone. Who texted you? You're doing what? How dare you? You know what I mean? Are you being true to me? This ownership mentality, This is what destroys modern day relationships. This is why when people are married in these traditional structured relationships, the men tell their friends, don't get married. You know what I mean? I got a friend who tells me that all the time, don't get married, dude. Don't do it. Enjoy it. Be single. Enjoy that. The reason why they say that is not because being single is living la vida loca. It's not that. It's just that they're having, they did not negotiate from the front end a more open type of relationship, which allows freedom. And if you're codependent and she's not codependent, it won't work. If she's super codependent and uses you to validate who she is, her self-esteem, then it definitely won't work. You know what I mean? But even if you are, balanced and you're not codependent, she's not codependent, but there's still some weird type of old school philosophy that you belong to me, I belong to you. It's cute in theory, it's a romantic novelty to say it, but the reality is, after the 7th, 8th, and 9th year of keeping it real and just being tied to the hip with your partner, for all the gentlemen who are married or you just have a boyfriend, girlfriend, in-house thing, it will grind on you, okay? It will grind on you. What I want to say, I was going through Dubai and I was having a couple dirty martinis in the bar at this hotel, and there was a group of women from Australia. They were book club. I thought they were full of crap. I thought book club, come on. But anyway, they were book club. They were talking. They started getting loose, on the Grey Goose. And the woman even told me, she said to make her marriage work after 15 years, once every year, she will seek out a masculine, strong man, a bed stud. We're not talking about, as we use the slang word stud back in the States, in the female gay community, but you understand, a strong buck. And she said she will go to the hotel and she will get it on. She will do every dirty, nasty, naughty thing she ever wanted to do with this random stranger. And I said, but wait a minute, you're married 15 years, you have 3 children with this man. Why would you do that? Don't you feel like you're betraying the whole concept of what the marriage is about? And she's like, no. She said, look, I deal with his BS for 15 years. I'm being the mother of the children, taking care of the chores, obligations, responsibilities. She said plainly to me, I'm not cheating. I'm exercising my options. And she felt non-guilty about it because she just said she does it 1 year. So she was being mature, a mature adult about it. She wasn't sloppy. She's not leaving paper trails. She's not making it obvious and bringing the BS home. You know what I mean? There's protection involved, of course. So there's no transfer of, illnesses, if you will, in that respect. And so I can already hear the morale police in the background. You dirty little, you impure, oh, you whore. You know what I'm saying? I already hear it. But you know what? This woman is probably now going on 20 years of marriage. Her relationship works because she found out that expressing herself, that once a year she has something to look forward to. I was doing a job at Kuwait, had a gentleman in the office. He told me the same thing. He's been married for buku years, and once a year he'll go back to Mexico. He's a Mexican-American guy, visit his parents, and there's a woman who he was a childhood friend. She's married, he's married, and without his wife knowing, okay, and without her husband knowing, they'll meet up and do something once a year when he visits his hometown, his parents' hometown in Mexico, in Guadalajara. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. And I said, why are you telling me this, man? He's just like, I don't know, man. I just felt like getting it off my chest. And he said it helped him so much to keep it real in the relationship. He said he just needed a taste of individual freedom just once a year to make this full-time relationship that he has to be committed to day in and day out to make it work. Guess what, people? They are still married. Most of the people that are doing these old school, played out, traditional relationships, the orthodox, they're the ones who burn out and divorce. You know what I mean? Try this concept. And I'm not saying to do it the way I described it, but try to make your own rules. That's all I'm saying. Do your own rules. Unorthodox relationship strategies to make your relationship work. You don't have to do it like mom and dad. You don't have to do your relationships like your grandparents. Don't listen to these BS loves R&B love songs about I love you and you love me, you know, and you're only going to be with me. No, this is fantasy. This is entertainment. You make your rules. You conduct your relationship the way you want to conduct it, okay? Long term, sometimes monogamous, many years, probably grow old and gray together, best of friends. A lot better than, you know what I mean, divorced after 10 years of frustration because you felt like you were in a cage, in prison, in a open air prison. You know what I'm saying? No, many people, women especially, had buku kids with a dude and then 10, 15 years called it quits. Why? They felt imprisoned. You don't have to do that. Make your own rules. This has been another episode. Asombroso.
It's all